All right. What's up, everybody? This is Kurt H. I am the Lazy Farmer. Yeah, I'm not out in the fields right now. I'm going to be kicking back, feet up, driving the train. How we doing? Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. The beginning, was it Memorial Day weekend? Beginning of summer starts this weekend. The unofficial, official start to the summer season. 8 days. 8 days remaining, and then the farmer is on a 2-month paid vacation. How about that? Am I checked out? Yes. Am I waiting? Yes. Am I counting the days? Absolutely I am. And show of hands, who is going to fault me? Yeah, no. So anyway, don't begrudge me. Just live vicariously through my life, which is boring as hell. But no, anyway, I get to play Run 8. Can't be that bad. I think I'm about to get in there and get back into some Railroader as well too. All right, well we got the coffee brewing. Y'all need to know that I have to have my coffee here. Anyway, let's get into it. We got a nice big one we're going to do here. So the story is a story that I made up. We have this train here, Union Pacific 8484, sitting in Fresno. This train came out of Roseville. It's the manifest train out of Roseville to West Colton. I need to change the tag. I just realized that. Yeah, this was dropped in on the 18th, but actually no. The story I'm putting out is that this train left West Colton. I'm sorry, left Roseville on the 24th, and the guys were happy. They were doing great. Then they hit Fresno and took one look and said, "Nope, we're out." And so they stopped the train, shut everything down, and left. So we're sitting here in Fresno. We're gonna recrew it. We're gonna take over. We're gonna get it out of here. And we need to get it out of here because, well, we're looking at the dispatch screen here. We're sitting right here, and we got the a unit train, Barstow to Stockton, that has been sitting here. They can't go anywhere. They got to get on this track, so they're waiting for us. So never stop your train on the main line, guys. No, this is I just dropped this in yesterday, of course. So this train is actually, if you are using or have not even if you don't even know about it, uh, I am using a file called Very Populated Southern California. The individual that created it, man, he's got some interesting tags. The last couple of streams that I did, we talked about the tagging system, and I finally had the epiphany and came to realize what his tags meant, how they were working, and that they've been using them. I was kind of grumbling at it because they've been using them since, I don't know, X out of this, using them since version 2 of Run 8, and I'm thinking, hey, I thought this was something new. No, we're Lazy Farmer. Wrong again. You know, if there's anything I'm good at, it's being wrong. So anyway, so his tagging system, I mean, I really like it. I've adopted it. Even when I create my own trains and it wants to use the industry tags, which is the default, I use the external consist editor and go in and change all the tags out and to this tagging system. And let me actually, hang on, get my coffee out of the way here. I don't want to. Oh my God, I just got my brand new rail driver. I don't want to spill coffee in my rail driver. I need a cup with a lid on it. You know what I need to do? Ooh. I need a logo for merchandise. I think I'll use the one I have now and just take it's got the symbol for YouTube in there. And I mean, I love being on YouTube. I like it better than Twitch. But anyway, let me get into here. And I'll show you the tags. Of course, you know, this is typical. And none. I don't like none. I can't stand. I don't know why I don't like the word none on any vehicle in Run 8. I don't know why it irritates me. Tag only needs to be on the lead locomotive. Everything else can be blank. All of these cars here they're part of this consist that he created, and for whatever reason, they're going down to West Colton to be classified out and go out on the road. So it gives us nice big road trains that we can send out. And I'm on the server too, by the way. So I'm on the Lazy Farmer server. Server went up yesterday. So you can join my Discord and get into the Run 8 section. after you go through all the hoopty what's that I put in place, and yeah, get the information come in. And for right now, it's wide open. You know, I mean, we had actually had a nice little hiccup yesterday. I don't know exactly how it happened. Poor Mike was on here. He was having fun. He was out there working a train at out there in not a train. He's working the industry at a cement plant, Cemex, yeah, Cemex plant in Victorville, and he hit a train a little too hard. He was backing into it, and he hit it. He wasn't paying attention. We all do it at times. I do it all the time myself. And anyway, he hit really hard, and it caused the locomotives and the cars to disappear, but it also caused the server to crash. And the interesting thing was when I launched the server, it came up and said that I had over 1,200 trains. I knew that wasn't. I knew we had a lot, but not 1,200. I don't know where the extra trains came from, but when he caused that hiccup, I guess that just triggered something in the server, and I actually had to reboot the entire system and get the server to come back up online, and we were back to the normal 980 trains that we have. So there's a lot of work to be done, guys and gals. I just don't want to say guys, gals. There are ladies out there that quietly, you know, when their husband's driving down the road, they see a train go by, they act like they're not looking at it, but they're checking it out because they think trains are cool too. Ladies do think trains are cool too. They just won't admit it because it's not in the woman book. Okay? So if I can find that book, we will know the answer to them, late guys. I'm just going to tell you, we can find the book. Look for the book. Don't let them catch you looking for the book. Just look for the book. Anyway, back to the tagging. So the overpopulated, or the overpopulated, actually it's very populated, not overpopulated, because I mean, honestly, there's no shortage of jobs to do. So anyway, the tagging, we're like the one that I've got highlighted here. JY68RFPI is a tag. So JY is the J yard. So when we get into West Colton, it'll sort that car out by J yard. Then we got a nice train that will go down to the Southern California area. We're in Southern California. Well, this is Fresno. We call this Central, not Southern. Anything that's north of Bakersfield is Central California. Southern California kind of starts at Bakersfield, goes over the Tehachapi's, and then you're down in the LA area. That's Southern California. So technically this is Central California here, but anyway, so J Yard's down in the LA area, so those will be cars heading down there. Next one we have right here. This is interesting. This is going to be going BAR BVC 0041 AFG. Pointing out BAR is Barstow. It is a 3-letter tag, so this car will be sorted out to go to Barstow, which means that once we take it over to Barstow, we will turn it over to well, there's two ways that could happen. Either we're going to take it to Barstow, and then we'll pick up anything that coming back to West Colton, or they will leave Barstow. They being BNSF, they'll leave Barstow with cars for West Colton and pick up anything for them and go back. So this is the interchange process with this particular tagging system. There's another way we could do it too. We can always do the interchange through the Bakersfield yard, because the Bakersfield yards are right there, almost next to each other. A little hop, skip, and a jump, but going from one classification yard to the other, you can AI that. That's the nice thing about that. In Run8, in real life, they would probably do it at Bakersfield, but here in Run8, if you don't want to run it manually, you can just AI that and let the train go over it, and then hey, you can go on about do something else. So anyway, BVC is Victorville. So we have covered hoppers going to Victorville is going to be the 0041 local going to the industry AFG. So, and then the same thing, we've got the Barstow. So BAR, the first BAR is going to be sorted at here in West Colton, and then the second BAR means that it is actually a local that runs out of the Barstow yard. That local number ends in 1161, and the industry is TET, T-E-T. So we got some cars that way. And that's how the tagging system works. So there is a flow to the tagging. It's not just retagging a car for an industry and you get the local number in the industry and then you're left wondering, where's that industry? If you're not familiar, if you don't know the route, and Southern California is so huge that if you don't know the route, you're not going to know everything about the route. At least this way, you can see, in this tagging system, you can see the flow of cars and where they're going, where they're coming from. And of course, when from the industries, just re-tag, and pretty much every car is going to go off the map. I'm still playing with the idea, and I think I redid a couple of industries, but I pulled up, and this is a different video, live stream, or recording, whatever I might be doing, but I may be retagging and adding some industries to some of the tags that will be put on cars. So an example of what I'm trying to say, and I've only had one cup of coffee, and I'm acting like I had like 10. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, if, say, and I always use the center beam as an example. I don't know why, but the center beam is my favorite car. I see those on a train, even if in the middle of the highway, locking up. Ooh, center beam, squirrel. Anyway, if I pull in, I looked this all of Southern California. I pull up the industry report, and every single industry that calls for a center beam car is calling for a loaded center beam car. So you're going to tell me that in all of Southern California, as big as this map is, big as as everything is, we don't have one industry that will load a center beam car? So that's my point. So I want to pick some industries, bop around, take a look at them, and maybe rethink them, thinking, you know what, this industry is getting logs from somewhere. We're just going to, in our mind, pretend that they're, logs are being trucked in, and then they're going to produce center beams. And the closest thing we can do that with rail cars, there is a bulkhead rail car that has poles on it. You can always kind of pretend that those are logs, I guess, but this way, it's easier to say this industry produces lumber, for other industries, and so that way we have cars that not only do they go off the map, but they may go to a different industry, and they may go to a different industry on a different network. So it might go from one industry on BNSF to another industry on Union Pacific. So it's a work in progress. What's up, Mr. Griffin? How you doing? I think it counts each unit as a train. I think it does too. You know what? I agree with you on that. Because I know I've added some, but yeah, I think every single, when you say by unit, I don't know if it's cars and or engines, but it's like if I'm looking here, you swing out 1, 2, 3, that would be 3 locomotives here, but that'd be 3 trains. So I think that's what it's looking at. I agree with you. But still, all of a sudden I went from 900 and something to 1200 and something, and I didn't add anything. I didn't drop any new trains in. So, yeah. Anyway, enough chit chat. Mr. Bill, get in here. Get on the server. I got work to be done. Oh, yeah. Hey, while I'm talking, we'll fire these things up here. And I am not going to go in and do this manually. And I say that, and I'm not. No, you know what? I'm going to backtrack. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. I don't want to do that this morning. I'm just going to do all this, do it all automatically. Let the system do it. Ooh, Bill, that's a heck of an idea. A place that makes sheetrock might load a center beam car. You're absolutely right. I'm thinking. I'm trying to. I don't know if I've ever, in real life, I don't know if I've ever seen sheetrock on a center beam car. Not saying it wouldn't happen. Of course, the way my mind works, the first thing is, hey, that sheetrock's exposed. Well, something hits it, it's soft, it gets hit, whatever. But, hey, that's an idea, though. Or even, I can even do, see, now you got me going in a different direction, Bill. How about this one? sheetrock is for the house, but they don't use sheetrock in the bathroom. What do they use? It's basically it's like cement board. How about a cement plant producing cement board? Ooh. See, Bill, this is why I like Bill, because he makes me think outside the box. Anyway, enough chit chat. We gotta get going. We gotta get this thing out of the way so the air train can get moving. I want to double check the server. I'm pretty sure. Yep, I did. Otto's up. He's awake. Hopefully, I mean, he's probably hungover. So, but he is awake. And I'm going to do something. Now, I do have my rail driver. Right now, we are in a 30-mile-an-hour zone, and my rail driver is keyed up to tell me that. But I'm going to try and not drive with my HUD. In other words, what I mean, I'm not going to have that up at the top of the screen there. This is actually from something that I read, and it gave me this idea. I read this on the Depot's forums that, and it's not. I mean, it's. You're going to bed. You work. Hey, sorry, your second shift is starting right now. Anyway, I'm Kid Bill, of course. You know what? If you just got home, thanks for jumping in here, taking the time. I greatly appreciate you doing that. Always welcome. And of course, right now the server. Oh, I'll make the notice on the server, guys, before I get rolling here. So this weekend, the server will be up all the way through till Monday night, before I have to go to bed and start my next day. But I have been working it out with my daughter. She's bringing me her old computer because she just bought herself a new Screamer. And that old computer will run Run8. And when it gets here, that's going to be the new server. I did get the other one up. I fixed the, I fixed the problem because it's no longer like smoking. That's a good thing. It's and it's running. It's okay. It's extremely slow. But yeah, every time I try to launch Run8, it crashes. So the other system's like, nah, I'm done. So when the new one gets here, we're talking the 9th of June. So she's going to be here. We'll probably hopefully get that thing set up, and then we'll go and once it's set up and get the server up, I will let you know that's going to be up, and it'll stay up. And then I'm going to be taking a train trip over. I'm going to go back with my daughter back to Reno, spend a few days with her there, and then I'm going to take Amtrak back, and we'll see how that last time we had some shenanigans. So all right, let's go ahead and get rolling here. First thing I want to do, let's get rid of the HUD. There we go. I got a red down there. So don't have my map either, so I'm going to render. All right. There he is. He woke up. All right. Right now, I am not. Let's see. I want that one up, and there we go. All right. So anyway, the fence is not up. I'm on fairly level ground right here, so we're just going to cruise. as we get out of Fresno. I think getting out of Fresno is on anything. Do I need to open this up? I do. I need some fresh air. Oh, wait, that's the smell of Fresno. Oh God, I can't close the window. I kid. Okay, Fresno's pretty cool. I'll be honest with you. I mean, there's a lot to do down in Fresno. One of my favorite places down there is Guitar Center. I love guitars. Can't play them. Can't play a lick, but I try. And when I do try, I lose. Why did he do that? Give me a red. Why is he giving me a red? Alright, was the other one moving? No, he hasn't cleared it, but he gave me... Why do I have a red? So this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the dispatch. He's got me cleared all the way through, but he gave me a red. I'm not even up here yet. So I'm going to right click on it. And that actually gives me that, so I can get... Okay, we're going to go get off the brakes. There we go. Thought I hit it. I might have to recalibrate my rail driver again. Hey, you went through that. So I was saying, Fresno's actually pretty cool. I mean, I do like it. They were really, and if you're ever in Fresno and you got little ones with you, Fresno Chaffee Zoo, they have put a ton of money into that zoo, and it's honestly, it's phenomenal. It really is. Alright, so that's the final result over there coming right at us. That's the Barstow to Stockton loaded oil tanks that I worked, oh my gosh, like about a week ago I think it was. I worked the Plains LPG facility, ended up with 120 cars of loaded tanks. And there's the train. And half of them heading out. That half is heading to Stockton. The other half went to Phoenix. So, kind of nice to know I had something to do with that. Oops, it's down here. Okay. That's the other thing too. Getting the server on another computer will free up some of my resources. Get a little bit of higher bit rate on my streams for you guys. And I'm gonna have to go buy another monitor. I got a little 15-inch monitor, so all that stuff's gonna get. I'm gonna yank out the. I'll keep the hard drive. Go through it, turn it into maybe an external. They got little kits that you can do. Take that old hard drive, turn it into an external hard drive. All right, 23. That's a good speed. You can go a little bit faster maybe, but we're just going to keep it right about there. Accelerometer says we're still speeding up, so yeah, we're going to slowly get 25. So speed limit's 30 miles an hour through here, so I'm going to try to keep it somewhere between 25 and 30, not to exceeding 30. And I'm going to try to pay attention to the signs. That's why I'm not having the HUD up. I want to kind of do it legit. Alright, so we got an approach. There it goes. Like, why is the bell not shutting off? Alright. Back into the train, past that speed sign, we can now go ahead and go up to 35 miles an hour. Alright, we're going to do rail driver, calibrate. Alright, real quick. Oh. There we go. I made it. Whoa! That is not the view I was looking for. These are not the droids you're looking for. That's the term that's why I was studying. Yeah, green board, it's water resistant. So that's exactly right, Bill. A little slow on looking at the thing, but you're right. That's, yeah. So you know what? Like it. What's up, Matt? Welcome from Albany, New York. Awesome. Uh-oh. Hang on. Why? Okay, Otto. You and I are going to have a conversation. let's go back to, let's see, I'm going to go over to my monitor over here. It does have me stopped. Wait, what? Roseville to West Colton. I think he's confused because now he wants me to go the other direction, but yet I got to stop and a stop. What are you gonna do? I don't think he knows what he's gonna do. I actually don't even know what I'm doing because I just realized I gotta get, somehow I've got to get over onto the Cajon. So I might have to get my maps out. So we're just gonna see how far we can get. No, we'll figure it out. I think he's confused. But in the meantime, I don't think he knows what to do, which means I'm going to have to go into, yeah, I'm going to have to go into the, let's see. Alright, so that gives me, right there, look at the approach, so I can go ahead and move forward, but now I'm actually looking at the map. Well, I'm looking at the dispatch screen, not looking at the map. UP Fresno sub. So, here's an issue with this running Union Pacific in this area. Now this is BNSF track that I'm on, and I guess, yeah, I could. So what they haven't done, and this is why I've been calling, not calling, but this is my wish list, is to connect Southern California with Northern California, because honestly, if Union Pacific, we would be over here on these tracks here. So this would be the Fresno sub to Stockton, and then on from Stockton on all the way up to Roseville. BNSF, it's the Stockton sub to Stockton, at which point BNSF has track rights from Stockton up to Roseville and over the mountain. Or they can go take, I think it's the Mariposa sub that heads toward the San Francisco Bay Area. And that is, yeah, we're, you know, come on, look at all the industries over there. You're going to have the Port of Oakland, Port of Richmond, for intermodal stuff. I mean, that's my wish list. I played with this section right here. Okay, Union Pacific Railroad to Stockton. This is where we would normally come in. I played with this. There's some industries in here. Here's the problem. It dies right here at Global, and the trains go off the track. So it's like you just have this little run right in here. Okay, well, you would think Union Pacific to Bakersfield Okay, here's Bakersfield. It should come in right here and then go from Gobel into Saco. It does not. So I'm left with trying to figure out how to get over, which actually would work, because I would come in through this routing here, which would bring me down Union Pacific, and then jump in here, and then D to Cajon, and then I'm into West Colton. So it can do it, but unless I'm telling Otto to give me that signal, Otto's not figuring it out. And this is why he now wants me to go in the reverse direction. So yeah, he's confused, which means that somewhere up in here, in one of these, and I'll show you where let me get out of this. In one of the heads up here, I'm gonna have to look at the train routing XML file and make sure that I've got this particular Roseville to West Colton, or just WC West Colton, needs to be in the signal heads, so Otto knows how to route. Otto, we kid a lot that he's drunk, but Otto's very rudimentary. Okay, it still relies on you, the train operator, to make sure your train gets to where it's going. So we have a plan. We're just going to stay on the Union BNSF tracks into Mojave, and then get past the Mojave yard, and then we'll go ahead and get on the UP tracks. We'll head down to Cajon and get into West Colton that way. So, and this is definitely going to take more than 2 hours to get there. So for the 2-hour stream, what I'm going to do is I'll go, when I get close to 2 hours, and I'll pull into a siding somewhere and tie her down and leave her there. All right, so let's go ahead and I want to try something. I wonder, hang on, let me drop the signal. I'm going to play with something here for a minute. Waiting for the signal to reset on the board. So that's the signal I just dropped right there. Alright, it's turned red. And I'm going to... Alright, so you probably can't see it, but you had destination block assigned. It's got a little green bar highlight. I have on a 4K monitor, I'm having trouble seeing that. So, alright, we called for that. I did that by double clicking the right button on the mouse. I'm going to go dispatcher. Let's see if he gives me that one. Specific destination. Let's see what he does here. In the meantime, let me get chat back up again so I can see it. What's up, Mr. White? Well, what can I tell you? Otto's drunk. Yeah, I can fix it. It's fixable, Mr. White. How you doing this morning? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this manually just to get them going. So here's what I will do. I'm gonna be on the dispatch board. Go over here. You guys can't see what I'm doing, but now I'm taking my engineer hat off, and I'm putting the dispatcher hat on. Mr. White's in the channel, so I'm warming up my fist, because we're going to go to, I don't know how he feels about dispatchers, so we're going to go to smacking is what we're going to do. Alright, I want to do, first of all, but I just did explain that. I don't know if you saw that. That's why there's a Union Pacific train on this track, because the one that should go to Bakersfield doesn't. It comes to a dead stop. I mean, yeah, I played with it the other day, and I was actually very disappointed in that. All right. All right. Ooh, look. Otto likes us now. Look. Yeah, I did that. All right. Let's go have some fun. Let's get out of here. Let's get on the move. Hey, look. We have a clear. All right. Oh no, this is something. This is what you have to do. You know, a newbie Run 8 player. Well, actually, you know, you got right. This is something a newbie Run 8 player would do, because you know, hey, you're gonna run UP. I mean, this is a train that's part of the populated SoCal setup that Brad did. So up at there, you know, out of that one, for where it would come out of Stockton, yeah, there is no way out. You get the global and the track just ends. So why they wouldn't extend it into the Bakersfield map at Seiko, I have no idea. So, which, especially if they added, so I've been thinking, I wonder if that's an oversight, especially when they added this sub. So, I don't know. It's just something that would be, you know, but we're going to write, you know, something, but the way out of this is to stay on the BNSF tracks until we get down to Mojave, and then we'll get, you know, we'll get back on the UP tracks and get into West Colton that way. We'll take the long way around. So, we do what we have to do, Mr. White. Customers want product. We need to do it. What's up, Captain Ron? Good morning to you too, sir. Come on in, grab a cup of coffee, sit down, put your feet up, play trains. So, and I don't know if you guys are just joining me, that the server is back up. Yep, the TheLazyFarmer server is back up and online. We'll be up until Monday night. And then full-time, 24/7 live server is targeted for the 9th of June. Please stay away from railroading or railroader. Don't be hating, Mr. Quinn White. Don't be hating. Besides, railroading isn't spelled that way. It's R-A-I. Send them to school, and what do? They eat the covers of the books. You know, the funny thing is, like I said, we got 8 days of school left, so actually this coming Thursday will be the last day for the seniors on campus. Yeah, it's like we're going to stand there at the gate, have a nice big rally for them, and then give them a swift kick in the rear as we send them out into the world. And a lot of them are coming up to me now going, I don't want to go out there. It's mean out there. It's dangerous out there. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's a tough world out there. You know, that's why we try the best we can to prepare you, unfortunately. And I'm going to say this from being on this side of it. Some of the rules and regulations that they have in place for, that they have in place for school districts. You know what? Just because you have a PhD after your name doesn't mean you're smart. I'm not going to stay away from railroading. I'm going to stay in it. You know what? I will put a train on any track I want if it's going to solve an issue. So, And I'll give you an example of that in real world, not trains, but what I do. We had a student in distress, and everybody, all the golf carts were being used. So my thing is 30 miles an hour. All right, I gotta slow this baby down. No, we're under 25. We're good. So here's my thing: if a student's in distress, you know what? That's the priority. If we have to go get a golf cart to go get them up to the nurse's office, I'll take whatever golf cart I can come across. Whatever I have to do. Golf cart, wheelchair, whatever I gotta do. And there was one that was not being used, but nobody wanted to touch it because it didn't belong to the school. It was a personally owned one by a coach. You know what? Let him yell at me. I'm taking it. I did. I took it. You thought, man, oh my goodness, you thought I committed a mortal sin by doing that. So, but hey, I took care of the student, and that was my main focus. What are you doing, Mr. White? What's your plan for the day? What's up, Bill? I thought you were going to bed, Bill. That's all right. Stay here. You can stay up. Just make another cup of coffee. As much coffee as I've drank already this morning, I'm putting my rail driver through the jitter test. All right, 40-mile-an-hour zone. Oh, actually, we just got to go ahead for 55. But you know what? Is it me? Or am I missing speed signs? I did not see a single speed sign. I think I started to say that this is based off of the reason I'm not doing any HUD. The only thing I'm actually using, well, it does say max speed right here. This is what I'm looking at. I'm also looking at my rail driver too, because I have my rail driver set, so the display shows max speed. And this came from just a discussion that was on the Depot Plus forums, and basically I was watching, and the whole discussion was centered around, well, I'm looking at the dispatch screen and Auto's telling me to do this, but I can't do this. And what I got out of that was, well, if this was real life, you wouldn't know what the dispatch screen looked like, or what the people are, what the people are actually seeing you know, that are actually looking at the dispatch screen. So you would have to go by what they tell you and by the signals and the signs along the track. You know what? I need to do that. And this is part of, if you want to go for the Depot Plus server, this is part of their criteria, is to, you know, they don't say you can't use the HUD, but you have to pay attention to the lights, you know, like right there, you know, we got it clear, good. All right, we're good to go. Max speed is 55. I have no idea, by not looking at the HUD, I have no idea if I'm going uphill, downhill. I'm going to be basing that decision on my accelerometer. If you obviously if you travel this route all the time, you're going to learn if it's uphill or downhill. But that's what I took out of that discussion, is like, I need to pay more attention to the signage, and this is me personally, to the signage and to the lights, really know, you know, what they mean and what I'm supposed to do and how I'm supposed to react to different lights. Like, I'm looking up here. All right, I have a flashing yellow over red, so that means that I need to start slowing down. Let me go in here. So I'm diverging. Just went green. Otto likes me. I'm just saying. Likes me better than you, Quincy. Likes me better than you. Always cracks me up if I'm over there playing on like the southeast or the northeast maps that I see a California Highway Patrol. It just reminds me of what was it, Smoking the Bandit, Buford T. Justice, driving all around trying to arrest people outside of his jurisdiction. You're going away to your grave. I just watched that movie the other day. Still cracks me up. Server's up and running, Quincy. You can jump if you don't know what you're going to do today. You can come on here. We've got plenty of work to do. Industries that need to be switched. Hump yards that need to be cleared. Holes that need to be trimmed. I mean, you'll pass. Quincy, are you pouting? Are you hating on Run8 again? Or still? Quincy, I'm just picking on you, man. Alright. So, I do have a plan So Saturday mornings are going to be, I guess, I don't want to steal because I know somebody else is calling like Simulator Sundays, so I don't want to do Simulator Saturdays. I have to come up with something else. But Saturday mornings have started to become my go-to. Let's do my 2-hour live stream. But I'm going to actually set up a whole bunch of recorded content for release throughout the week. So I'm looking at Tuesdays and Thursdays. We'll get pre-recorded stuff released, live streams on Saturdays, and that's what I'm looking at. So keep an eye out for that. And hopefully, I will actually tag that stuff correctly, because I've actually put out some recorded stuff in the past that, in the long run, have gotten some views, but initially they're not. I'm not getting a lot of responses. So it's something I'm probably doing on my end, not doing right on my end. And I know I was going to jump in Kung Fu Beer's stream last Sunday. He didn't stream. I kept waiting for it, and then he sent me a message. He had some shenanigans at his house. Sometimes life just gets in the way. It happens. Yeah, this is pretty much what it looks like out in this area. Oops. Oh, that's all right. So I'm looking at clear all the way through. Nobody on this one. So I need to take a look at this. I mean, that's still that. Okay, so that Barstow to Stockton train's off the map. There we go. Yeah, just gonna keep doing what we're doing. But that's all right. They got the hint. Something big was coming through. And to be honest with you, that happens too. I heard it this morning laying in bed, man. Both BNSF and Union Pacific were busy, and Amtrak. Kind of woke me up. I had my window open because it was a really nice night last night, and that's what I heard. Woke up to the sound off in the distance. I think every locomotive should have a steam whistle, though. I think it would just sound much cooler. Watch the video too. I'm getting excited. July 12th and 13th, Union Pacific 4014, the big boy is coming to Roseville, California, and they were doing, I guess, you know, she's kind of they've been working on her, and so last week there was some testing that they were done, so there was a YouTube video out on that, getting ready for that trip from Wyoming to Roseville. And a couple of us were actually talking not about going to Roseville. I'd like to go to be in Roseville and watch her come in, but I'd also like to be up the mountain at Donner Lake, sitting down by Donner Lake, watching her go up along the ridge. That would be just, I mean, just to hear the chuff, hear the whistle. Oh, that'd be phenomenal. Yeah, I'm a train nerd. My daughter laughs at me all the time. But then again, she says, you know, her thing is Lord of the Rings Online. I love Lord of the Rings Online too. I was doing that yesterday. But that's her nerd thing. She sent me pictures of her new place that her and her fiance just moved into. She has an entire room dedicated to Lord of the Rings. She's got swords up. She has maps up. It's decorated. Her next thing is to, and I know what I'm going to get her for her birthday. She doesn't, I can say it because she doesn't watch this. She's not into trains. But, yeah, I know exactly what she needs because she found something. And she's using it to mount the sword, but it's not for the sword.
4 degrees.
I know I'm going to get her for her birthday. Alright, let's take a look at chat. Nobody's chatting. Alright. That's cool. I'll do all the chat. I was going to say what I was going to get her, but I just realized, yeah, she doesn't watch my streams because she's not into trains. The only time that she'll watch is if I do Lord of the Rings. Or if I do the Demonologist one, she'll watch that. But then I just remember too, I was going to say, but then my son watches my streams, and my son's got a big mouth. Hey, did you hear what Dad's going to get you for Christmas? Yeah, that's him. He's almost 18. You think he would have grown out of that? No. So once again, yes, this is, let's see if I can get a better view of this without it getting all kind of wonky. Yeah, it's being wonky on me. There we go. Union Pacific. And yes, it's a Union Pacific train on BNSF rails, because in my world, they have track rights. But in reality, we have to take this route because Run8 Studios didn't finish the UP route. So, and I'm going to put that out there. I was checking it last night, and I'm going to go to the forums. I'll put it out in the forums and just see if anybody else sees that. Maybe it's something on my end, and I have to fix it. It might be, but I would assume that I could have started, because there was some spawn points here at Mono Street, but if I go from here up to Global, it stops here and the train disappears. It says Union Pacific to Bakersfield. So this is Bakersfield right here. It should come in here with the next siding being Seiko. It doesn't. So I don't know if there's something missing there. Yeah, of course it knows I tabbed out. So I need to go put that out there, see if anybody else sees that. I would think that Brad, when he set up the Southern California, if he put in spawn points, that it did work. So it may be something on my end, and I'll go fix it. But and I wanted the Union Pacific pond system anyway because I wanted some stuff for the J yard. I want to get down. And basically, I'm going to force myself to go work industries in Southern down there in the San Bernardino area because I just haven't done it. I've always been in and around. Even oh my God, Kawa. I mean, the Kawa yard is about an hour or so south of where I live. You'd think I'd work industries around Kawa because that's where I live. No. So I'm thinking about a second server as well too. And I'm leaning toward Northern California. And here's my reasoning why. Okay, I'm on Southern California. Everybody and their uncle has Southern California because that's where it starts. I'm thinking Northern California because the Depot Plus walk away. And in my conversation with Brad, he never came up with a very populated Roseville or NorCal map, and the reason is because Depot Plus walk away from it, and a lot of people don't like it. I think that's not a good thing, because I think for brand new people to run 8, if they buy the base game, you have to have the base game. So there's $50 there. If you want to really get your feet wet, that's enough to I mean, there's a lot of work there that can be done. Or you can add on the Roseville map, and you can do road trains over the mountain. So you got mountain railroading. Was it four locals out of the Davis yard in Roseville, 6 locals out of the Sparks yard. So there's a lot of industries to work. Excellent. So I think that one subdivision offers a lot, and it's really good looking. My big thing is I just don't understand why they didn't connect it to Southern. And that everybody's asking that same question: why you guys came out with that and didn't connect it to Southern California? So, but they're dropping hints that it's on the table. I will say this, and this is for Mr. White too. I'm noticing some things here in Southern California, stuff that I've never seen before. So I know that they bought a whole bunch of new assets, joining rail. I'm starting to see things added here, added there that I've never seen before. Namely, they're in and around the Bakersfield yards for Union Pacific and BNSF. There's like some radio towers that were never there. I've never noticed them. Maybe I just never noticed them. I paid attention to them. But now I see one. They say Run8 FM on the side of them. They look really cool, and they look brand new. They look very detailed. All right, we are going to be dropping down in speed. Be prepared. I think we're dropping down to 50. I think we're dropping. I'm already under 50, so good. I haven't really been paying attention to my speed limit. But I always try to stay between, like, anywhere about 5 miles below track speed. That's just me being a little bit on the paranoid side. So, but yeah, that's just my opinion. I think base game, and then if you really want to get your feet wet, and hey, running trains back and forth between, and treat it like your own little personal virtual model railroad. And your model railroad is point to point. So one point is Sparks Yard, the other point is the Davis Yard, and you just set up your industries, learn how to set up your industries, how your routings, how to make up your own locals. Basically get into all the background stuff of what makes Run 8, and just learn the stuff. I think Roseville is perfect for that. Next one, if you want to come up with your own locals and industries like that, another one that's kind of wide open is 2 subdivisions. That's Mohawk and Selkirk. The other ones, I mean, all of Southern California, all of the Southeast, those are fun. I would buy those if you want to get onto servers that are already multiplayer. Like this one here is going to be multiplayer. Of course, you've got the Mateo server, the Depot Plus servers. If you really want to get into that hardcore, we gotta get down to 45. Okay. I missed that. That's my bad. But I'm not too bad. I was already at 46, so it's alright. We're in the safe zone here. I'm not gonna roll a train today, hopefully. Yeah, I've got that short out there where somebody was doing a checkout ride with somebody and they almost rolled the train. I did it the other night. I did the same thing. I wasn't paying attention. I was, off doing something else here around the room, and yep. Next thing I know, this turn's not going to be good. And yep, sure enough. And I had rollovers turned on, so actually, it'll go. You'll see it go up on the cab will go on a 45-degree angle and stop, so it doesn't actually roll over. Sake of looking at, okay, that's why we're diverging. Okay. I cheated. I looked over at the dispatch screen, but only because this is my story. I'm sticking to it. The only reason I cheated is because Auto doesn't know how to deal with Union Pacific on BNSF rails, so I have to play Auto. But I'm not getting drunk. I'm not gonna get drunk like Auto does. I actually just realized too, I'm looking at this, I don't think I've ever been on this section of the map. But we'll get there. Shirley. Diversion clear. Max speed 55, so I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at my, okay, so rail driver's telling me 50 miles an hour now. So my max speed overall on this train is 55. So even if it does say they're tracking that, oh, you can do 70. No, max speed 55. Car rating. Got it. Okay. See, I relied too much on my HUD. And I'm still kind of relying on the dispatch screen. Alright, so I got a 45 coming up. I did see that sign. It was an angled yellow sign that said 45 on it, which means that it's coming up here. Which means that I've got to get the train down to 45 miles an hour before the front end reaches the sign. There'll be a horizontal yellow sign. Kind of a cool area. Saw the red and couldn't see the green against the blue sky. So we'll figure that out. We're going to talk about that at a later date. I'll get an answer on. I'll put that out on the forums. There. That sign right there says it's going to be dropping to 45. There's my 40. There's my 45 sign, which I'm going a little bit fast. $45. A little bit late on that one. Alright, and I've got a 40 coming up, so I'm going to go ahead and let the speed bleed off. Bingo. Oh, Hanford. Okay, I was like, Mingo. I've never heard of the town of Mingo, and there's an Amtrak station coming up. I realized this is Hanford. I've been to Hanford. A lot of people got screwed in Hanford, to be honest with you. There's, of course, if you haven't heard, California on the high-speed rail going north-south. That don't make sense to me. It was going from LA to at least West Memphis, across the country. That makes sense to me. So, a lot of nothing out there. You can follow along the old Route 66, or even, well, Highway 40 parallels it. But to take high-speed rail from LA all the way out to at least the Mississippi River. I know some people that lived in, there's the Amtrak station, Hanford. But I know some people that lived in Hanford, and their property was a farm. Their property was taken by eminent domain for high-speed rail, and high-speed rail is now dead. And nothing was ever developed on that property. But yeah, basically high-speed rail is a dead issue here now, at least as far as north-south. It's looking like it's going to go from LA to Vegas, so that's the start of what makes sense to me. And I can see it going beyond Vegas. But in this family, I mean, they survived. I mean, it took a while for them. They were, they struggled. Thank you, state of California and your eminent domain laws. But things are getting better for them. But they lost their farm, and now it's not, and that's not even developed in that area. Are they going to get their farm back? No. That's how I know Hanford. Pretty good. We're an hour and a half into this. We're already past Hanford. That's cleared all the way down into here. Like I said, we'll be heading for Mojave. And then once we get into the Mojave yard, like that, we're going to head from Mojave, and we can switch over to Union Pacific tracks over there by the Mojave yard. So we're okay. But it would have been better, honestly, if we were connected up here, because I would have started down here, gone up, and gone into Bakersfield up in here. So I'm not sure what's going on. I have to take a look at that area. Maybe there was an update I missed. I don't know. But I need to figure it out. I think we're back at 55 miles an hour here. We got through Hanford. We have a clear. Yeah, orange. I'm missing an opportunity. I should be taking notes of industries we're passing by. I have to go down and visit them. Work on, no, I mean, not in real life, I mean, in the simulator. Down, take a look. Let's go back to the chat here. Anybody chatting? What's up? What's up, Katie Deck? And you, I did not do anything, man. Okay, you know what? You're the second person. My buddy Robert, yeah, because of me, he bought a rail driver, and now you. And I'm telling you, you're wondering what took so long. I did. I mean, I know. It's like, how could I play this or any other train game without a rail driver? I mean, why would I ever want to go back to keyboard? I still do keyboard just to keep my hands in. I got my keyboard sitting here, and some of the it is a game changer. You have much finer control over what you can do with your train. Whether you're doing a road train or you're switching industries. It is so nice. It is a game changer. I'm glad you got one. Congratulations. Congratulations. How's your day going? So, you just joining me? I'll put it out there again. The server's back up again for the 3-day weekend here in the United States. So it'll stay up until about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock Monday night when I turn it off so I go to bed. But anyway, yeah, it's up, and right now, June 9th is when the new PC should be here. Yes, please do join. Yeah, it's in the Discord. So access is there. I am working on a bot. So getting that set up so that everybody will get an individual password, and it'll keep track of all that for me. So it's pretty cool. But right now it's kind of wide open. I mean, the goal of the server is come on here and break things. Okay, learn. If you break something, you're not going to get yelled at. It happened last night. In fact, it was pretty severe. It crashed the server. So that's okay. That's what we want to do. You learn. Come here. Ultimate goal is if I can help you play as realistic as possible, if that's what you want to do, and you want to get onto the Depot Plus servers, then that's what I'm going to do. I'll help you as best I can. Otherwise, if you want to come on and just have that casual, this is my virtual model railroad experience, then that's what this server is for too. Dakota and Mateo Tube was an influence. Yeah, there you go. And Kung Fu Beer, don't forget him. The Beermeister, he's got, yeah. But yeah, I'm glad you got a rail driver. Now here's the thing: if you already put the stickers on, we're too late. If you haven't put the stickers on, then I would say scan them into a PDF file before you apply them. Dakota's a neighbor. Okay, cool. But scan the stickers before you put them on your rail driver. I wish I had even thought about this, and because I already worn out one, and I can feel another one starting to wear out already. So, but scan that into a PDF file. Save the stickers aside. Don't use them. Go get yourself some. You can get some sticker paper. Order it online. Get it from Staples, Office Max, Office Depot if they're still around, whatever. And print them out on sticker paper. You cut them out, put those on your rail driver, and then put cellophane tape across the top of that to protect it. Because so you haven't applied them yet. I would suggest doing what I'm saying, because here's the thing: if they're worn out, I've already got one worn out. Kung Fu Beer says all his are worn out, but he knows where everything's at, so it's no big deal. But here's what if you go back to the company that makes the rail driver, it's $7 for a sheet of stickers, and it's like $14 for them to ship it to you. So yeah, I mean that's $21 for a sticker. I think yeah, my throttle sticker is getting low. Oh yeah. That's about where I put mine's up more like where the dynamics are at, Matt, because that's where, I rest a finger right there as I'm moving the throttle, and so I got a white spot right there. The bell sticker is getting a little sticky, and it's starting, I can tell it's going to start coming off. Same thing for the alerter is going to happen. What you use a lot is going to wear out, and this is where it's like I didn't even think about that. Now to do it all over again, yeah, I would. That's what I would do. And if I could get away with maybe even laminating it before I cut them out off that sticker paper, I don't know if that's a thing, if that would work or not, but yeah, I would say whatever you gotta do, don't use your stickers yet. The fence is actually part of the default. So if you, I think if you go back and take a look at the video that I had when I talked about the rail driver and I showed it, in the user guide folder in Run8, there is a file, a PDF file that lists the that you can print out and put above your buttons, and it's the default layout for the buttons. So the fence is actually the far right hand. So the two most right hand buttons, the top one, top right is DPU throttle up, bottom right is DPU throttle down, and then move over one set of buttons to the left, that's your fence up and fence down, if that makes sense. So I can bring my fence up. The bottom button brings the fence up. You can see it on the screen there. Green line just showed up, and then the top button drops the fence, and that's where it's at. So, but yeah, by default, that you know, that's how it's set up. You can always program it, but yeah, coming out of Run8, that's the default. Yeah, you just print that out and put your. Then I just cut those out and put those above those blue buttons on the rail driver. Matt, I agree. They should be made thick. I mean, a little bit thicker, higher quality paper, very cheap. I mean, to replace, $7 to replace them, and it's cheap paper. Okay, come on. And and then you're going to want to charge me $14. The only thing that makes that even a possibility is if you go there, if you got like a truck or a car with a trailer hitch, you can buy. They have a trailer hitch that actually is a knuckle. So a coupler from a car, I think that'd be cool. So I'm actually thinking about buying that along with a set of stickers, and now I can maybe justify the shipping cost and just slow boat it. But yeah, I'll take a look at that. If I pull the trigger on that, here's my thing. I will scan that sticker page in. I will make it a PDF file so it prints out beautifully, highest quality possible, and then yes, I will put that PDF file up on my Discord. I'm here to help you because I think that's absolutely ridiculous to sell cheap paper stickers for $7 and then charge $14 to ship them. So. Otherwise, that's my only grumble about the rail driver, really, are the labels. That's my only grumble. I mean, if you don't want to go that route and you want to put your stickers on, then hey, use surgical gloves when you're playing with your rail driver. Just saying. I'm just throwing that idea out there too. Oh, so well. Sorry about your father's passing. Yeah, I miss my parents, and I'm glad he was a huge rail fan. He influenced you right. So for me, it was my godfather. I had two good godfathers. One actually worked for Ham's Brewery when Ham's Brewery was in San Francisco. He worked for that, so because of him, I got my love of beer. And then my other godfather was he worked for Southern Pacific back in the day. When I was a little kid, he got me into the rail yard over there in Emeryville. Got to see some of the action there, watching them. We called it banging cars back then, but they were flat switching in the yard. So I watched them do that, and then through him, I was able to, at least from Emeryville to Roseville, ride in the cab of the locomotive as we were taking passenger train to Sparks or to Reno. My mom and my godmother were back in the cars. We got to Roseville. They did a crew change there, and then the crew that was coming on, we don't want no kid up here with us. So yeah, I had to go back and be with my mom and my godmother. So anyway, it was all right. I had fun. Still had, and because of that we're telling you, that's going to hook you. Oh, good for you, man. Look for those Union Pacific trains. That's what that one kind of surprised me. Watching, was it 7 Idea Productions? It was trains going over the Sierra Mountains in the dead of winter, and that was very beautifully done. Great production quality. But right in the middle of it was a train. I forgot. I think it was a intermodal, Selkirk to Delano, California, which is in this area that's in this sub here that I'm on. So that one, I'm like, wait a minute, Union Pacific out of Selkirk? Sure enough, they do. So yeah, I can go. I'm lazy. I mean, I can go to well, during my 2 months off, I will be doing it. I've got the transportation depot. Union Pacific goes by that, so I'll just go park in the back of the transportation depot and watch Union Pacific trains go by, or I'll go over by where I work, or even down the way. There's a little hole in the wall. I don't know if these guys ever open up or what their purpose is, but they have an old caboose sitting there. It's also, if you're into geocaching, ever heard of geocaching? It's also there's a hide there for geocaching, but an old caboose, and Amtrak and BNSF go right by there, so I may park there and watch that too. We only get BNSF and UPs on the oil. That's all right. So you got a good mix. You got Selkirk, so what do you have? What? CSX, BNSF, UP, maybe some Norfolk Southern in there as well too. I would take it. That was in charge of rounds support on both lunar module and his team designed the rail cars to ship them. I have his max on builders by nice. Yeah, okay, this is a sad story. My mom, I love her to death and I miss her dearly, but you know what? Moms sometimes make mistakes. My godfather was into N-gauge railroading. Not HO, he loved N. I don't know why. He just wasn't a fan of HO. And every time there was a new car or a new locomotive, Southern Pacific would produce that, or get those cars produced in N-gauge and HO. And so he was collecting that stuff. Well, he got to the point, he's like, you know what? I'm never, ever really going to have a model railroad. And so, but I know, well, I'm Kurt H., TheLazyFarmer. I know he wants one, so he gave me all his stuff. I mean, we're talking like the boxes that that reams of paper come in. He had boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of that stuff. Locomotives, all different cars. He had a tank car that actually was produced. We never see it though, but it was actually produced for Union Pacific, or not for Southern Pacific, that had dual articulated trucks on both ends, so it could make the tighter turns. And that was like a one-of-a-kind car, and only people that worked for SP got that car. Yeah, I came home one day. I mean, I was excited. I was pulling that stuff out. I wasn't like playing stupid stuff on a carpeted floor. They were still in their little plastic boxes. I would pull them out, look at them, leave them in the plastic boxes, and pretend I had a train on my bed. You know, started buying books. You know, Mom, I need to go get this book. I need to get this book. I want to subscribe to Model Railroader magazine. And I thought she was behind me. Then I come home one day, and all the boxes are gone. All the boxes are gone. And I'm like, where'd they go? I sold them. I thought you were too young for that stuff. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You know? So, I don't know where she got the idea, why that was in her head. Because, man, I love that stuff. And yeah, I remember my godfather getting mad. He goes, he was yelling at her. He goes, if I'd known you were going to do that, I never, ever would have given it to you. Never would have given it to your son. I would have waited until he was older. So, Yes, as route west that goes along. CP Rail owns a track to Montreal. I forgot about Canadian Pacific. Those guys there, America's hat. Bye bye. Rip. Kansas City, Southern. Rip. Oh well. Hey, you know what? Canadian Rail, all good. American Rail, great. We'll stop there. We're doing pretty good. Holding right at 54 miles an hour. We're not accelerating. We're not decelerating. I'm just going to hold it right there. See how long we can hold this. Alright, we got about less than 15 minutes left of the stream, so I'm actually going to take a look at the dispatch screen here. Got plenty of room. I think I'm going to target Allensworth here. Yes, of course, I know, I tapped out. I'm telling you guys, if you don't think that this program knows when you're not looking and it starts when the alerter goes off, it does. I'm going to drop these signals here, here, and here. Oops, get rid of these. And then once this turns red, I can line this into Allensworth. There it goes. Red. All right. See? Because it knew. I wonder if someone was working on having a CN or CPKC route for Run8. That'd be awesome. You know, here's my thing on that, Matt. It would be awesome. And no GPU come, that's normal. So, see if it comes back. I don't know why, we're in a straight line, so I shouldn't lose communications with my DPU. But then again, I do have engine failures turned on. I may be stopping sooner. So, I can hold my breath a long time on the scuba diver. What can I say? And I've been getting a lot of engine locomotive failures lately too, which means that if that's the case, you know what? We're going to do this. Since I have that, I'm going to go here. Yeah, see, no sooner did I look at tab out. Whoa! I hit the wrong button. There we go. Come on. There we go. Yep, I have DPU failure. So we're going to go ahead and continue on. I'm going to pull into the next sighting, and we're just going to bring it there. I got about 10 minutes left. That thing's more likely. Yep. Now we're flashing. I think Quincy went in and broke my my DPU. I want to see what happens. I've never had this before. I've had the DPU failure or no comm come up when I was going around like through mountains and stuff, and that's typical, and it typically comes back. But on a straight line right here, I want to see what happens. 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 I want to see what ha I see what you're talking. Yeah, you're talking about what Matt was saying. Yeah, no, exactly. You know, of course, my thing is this. I just wish they wouldn't hold it so close. I mean, imagine when they came out with Run8, if they opened it up to let people build routes, you know, and you can have that standard. Hey, build a route. Here it is. You give it to Run8. They look at it, go, hey, this is a route that Matt C made, and we approve. You know, and now all of a sudden, you know, you got what you wanted. Somebody else out there wants it. We would have almost every single route and short line. Oh, we got a red no comm right now. All right, we're gonna go in. I got a. All right, now you can see the siding up there, so we're gonna start slowing down. Get down to under 40. But that's just, you know what? I mean, they're proud of the work that they've done. I like the work that they've done. And if you consider how much we've gotten, well, early December, that was our last update, and then there was like, for 3 months we got nothing, and then all of a sudden we've got, you know, what, 2 different train packs, some updates to, you know, to the maps. They actually fixed some issues that I noticed on Mohawk Selkirk. We got a new car pack, which apparently that car pack was ready to go back in 2016, but now we got a red flashing. I really want to see what happens here. Knowing my luck, it'll probably shut me down before I get to the sighting. I swear, I think I probably went by. Quincy probably grabbed a hold of a handrail, climbed up into the cab of one of the DPUs, and started pulling switches and fuses. I'm just gonna lose my DPU. Yeah. Just gotta pick on you a little bit, Quincy. Just a little bit, Quincy. I haven't seen you for a week. But yeah, no, this is the thing. You know, we have the enhancement Discord channel, so I mean, I was happy through the enhancement Discord channel instead of having that ugly San Joaquin Valley Railroad that they give us in the base game. You know, that now I've got the actual locomotives that, well, except for the fact that they're not all graffitied, actually are in. I have those now. Still have your MSTS Cajon disc from Run8 from the early 2000s. You know what? I just saw that yesterday, as a matter of fact. I don't know what. I clicked on something. I was shopping on Amazon, and I swear I think Amazon was listening to me. But the truth is, yeah, that all of a sudden there's some MSTS discs that are available, brand new. Which I find that hard to believe, but yeah, they're actually brand new on Amazon, for like $40. Considered buying it for about a minute, and I'm like, why? I'm never actually going to go. They listen, they do. Okay, here's the. I was having a conversation with somebody at work, and DPU brake valve cut out due to lost cause. Okay. Got you. So my DPU's broken. But here's the siding I put myself into. So anyway, he made some jokes, and we were joking back and forth. Next thing I know, the next day, I have videos about what we were joking about on YouTube. You know, and I had told him, I said, man, you said, hey, you gotta be careful what you say because our devices are listening. You know, but yeah. West Colton, Don are attached, and 3 more belong to them. That's how present. That's not present. Yeah, okay. Now they would disconnect the, if they connected Donner to Southern California, yeah. But hey, it's all right. We'll see what's coming next. We know what Jason did. What he chatted up about in the Discord channel for the enhancements. So, but you know what? Until I see it, I'm not going to get excited by it. All right, there's my red light all the way up there. We'll get up there and we'll stop short of that red light, and that'll be the end of the stream. And you're gonna all you guys wondering, did he fix his DPUs? Yeah, I'm gonna fix the DPUs. So I'll go back there and flip a switch, whatever fuse Quincy pulled or breaker that Quincy flipped. Well, I guess they do listen. I mean, honestly, because I was kind of grumbling about some of the fact that stuff that was broken or not right in Selkirk, on the Selkirk and Mohawk, and they fixed some of the things that I was grumbling about. Not saying that they were listening to me, but they fixed some of the things that they were on those. So they did at least go back and take a look at those two subdivisions. But I mean, I like what they offer. I just feel like they got thrown out there a long time ago, and they're like, okay, it's all done, it's all yours, have fun with it, with no thought to, okay, let's go back and revisit it and they need to do that on a regular basis. I mean, case in point, this area right up here, where my cursor's at, up here by Goebel, Union Pacific to Bakersfield, it stops right there. I played yesterday with it. Does this go through? No, it stops and the train disappeared. Problem is, it's supposed to come in right here. UP Fresno sub. Okay, well the UP Fresno sub is right here. This is the Fresno sub. So, is that a problem on my end, or is that the way they designed it? Yeah, Mosel doesn't belong to them, but they, you know what? It doesn't belong to them, but some of their developers that work for Run8 also work for Hi-Rail or whoever. Okay, so it's, yeah, they're interlinked is what I'm trying to say. You're saying he doesn't? No, I mean, it's still okay, but even then, if you're going to put it out there, you got to maintain it. If I put out a map, you know what? I'm going to be looking, what's broken? We'll use Railroader as an example. Okay. Now, I think they're getting lazy, and they came out with, just as I said that they haven't come out with an update. They came out with an update. They fixed the chuff sounds, and they made some changes to, wear and tear, which is good. Those are good changes. But they're allowing, the thing that they're doing is they're allowing people like you and me to make mods. That's really what needs to happen with Run8. And whatever mods we make, whether it's a map mod, car mod, or whatever, if there's a problem, we need to fix it. Well, Mikey came out with a map that, it's got some issues. Mikey, get in there and fix it. How long has it been out there? How long has that issue been there? Way too long. I'm going to tell you right now, Pennsylvania route has some issues. On Hank's server, I haven't been on there for a while, so I gave up yard master duties, but I was working the crescent yard. There is a huge problem with every time you couple or uncouple, you blow your PCS. There's a problem on the crescent yard. Mikey needs to go back there and figure out what's causing that problem and fix it. And I know it's been posted out there. So, all right, let's bring this down. Brake set. So, and this is like right at the 2-hour mark. How cool is that? Guys, it has been fun. This is actually a really good stream. I haven't done a road train in a long time as a stream. But you know what? I've got cars coming in. And unfortunately, we've had to go. Nice long train. What's going on down here at this end down here? I'm blocking. Oh well. That one's alright. Not seeing anything there. So, alright, we're going to go ahead and shut these down. This is a part that I actually put up on somebody else had put it up on the Depot Plus forums in the wish list. Listen to this. Boom. Stop. There's no winding down. They wind up when you start them, but there's no winding down. So that was something I voted on. All right. We are shut down. And of course, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go in here. Breaker, 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 breaker. We'll turn everything off. And we're going to start, stop. Boom. We're already shut down, so I need to do that. All right, we're good. Oh, headlights off. There we go. Headlights are off. That's it. We're done. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. This is Kurt H. I'm the Lazy Farmer. It has been fun chatting with you guys. And as always, if you like the content of my stream, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that notification. Yeah, I'm waiting for the crew van. It's coming. All right. So anyway, and of course, if you got rail fans, you're out rail fanning. Hey, say man, you got if they're not playing Run8, you got to get them play Run8. You want to see what Run8's about? Watch this guy's videos. Share the videos out as much as you want. It's okay. I will catch you guys later. Once again, I am the Lazy Farmer. My name's Kurt H. Have a good afternoon. Have a great weekend. Enjoy. Be safe. Have fun.